What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. Got a video for you guys today, another commentary video. I do these every now and again, but I know I'm gonna get a lot of criticism for this video. I know I'm gonna get a lot of Julian, you're a fucking idiot, Julian, you're a fucking retard, this, that, and the other, or go learn your boxing. I'm gonna get shit like that. But anyway, and wow, I'm actually out of breath talking. I don't even talk that fast. Probably from eating all the damn Popeyes. Who knows? But anyway, this video today is going to be Iran Barkley should be in the Hall of Fame. We have a lot of people. We have a few people in the Hall of Fame this coming year that I wouldn't necessarily call Hall of Fame people. And you have fighters that deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, that they're in the Hall of Fame that deserve to be there. But one fighter in particular that deserves to be in the boxing boxing Hall of Fame, and this is only my opinion, and this is all subjective. But my opinion, I think one man that should be in the boxing Hall of Fame is Iran the Blade Barkley. Now, Iran the Blade Barkley, he didn't really defeat any huge fighters. He's never every time he stepped up. He never defeated any huge fighters, but Thomas Hearns, he's always stepped up, and he always tried to give a tough, competitive fight. Each and every time, he always came out to fight. He was one of those bell-to-bell fighters. That was just his type of style. There's times he wouldn't jab much or didn't use the fundamentals or look for big shots, but he always came to fight. And a lot of the younger contenders, they were kind of looking to fight him to increase their popularity from time to time, or to increase their stock. They needed to fight a fighter like Iran Barkley. But Iran Barkley, fought Thomas Hearns twice. I was a little kid when that build-up for that fight happened. I didn't watch the fight. I wasn't too sure of who the fighters were. I remember Tommy Hearns was on Martin when I was a kid. That was kind of a bit of my first introduction to Thomas Hearns, and yeah, you could look some of the shit up on YouTube, but when I was a little kid, I remember, the commercials. They used to actually have commercials for the boxing matches, believe it or not. They had commercials of what fight was coming on HBO, or what fight was coming on NBC, or what fight was coming on whatever channel. And one of the first commercials I remember was the Thomas Hearns versus Iran Barkley, the rematch. That was like one of the first commercials I remember, and it was real late one night. Me and one of my brothers were up. We were just up playing around and stuff, and I just remember that commercial. And years later, I was able to see that they really were building the hell out of that fight up. It was on Arsenio Hall, and that was at a time where boxers used to go and they would promote their product. They would go everywhere together, and you don't see boxers doing that these days. It's press conferences in a few places, maybe, if that, and then you get the fight. But you don't see the fighters going, with their product and promoting it and going everywhere and stuff. Iran Barkley, I'll admit, Iran Barkley was not an iconic figure in boxing. I think that he epitomizes and shows the dark side of the sport in a way, but also the uplifting factor of a man who pretty much came from nothing to turn it into something, or a man that had, it's like this. He started way at the bottom. He didn't necessarily go to the top, but he got lots of money. And being from the inner city, I understand that it's easy to lose money, and it's hard to make it and keep it. And he made millions of dollars throughout his career, and now he's homeless. So he shows the ugly side of boxing as well. But also, it's in all of sports when fighters become broke. But Iran Barkley, man, 3-division champ. Despite the fact that he has 19 losses, 19 losses is deceiving. That's just my opinion. I think that 19 losses is deceiving for a world-class fighter. And Iran Barkley, you know, and you look at his resume. Anybody can look at his resume. He has a loss to Duran. You know, he lost to Colombe, um, lost to James Toney, Nigel Benn, lost to some very good fighters. I think, and Michael second to none, another very good fighter that he lost to, and but also, you know, the fact that he had that willingness to fight any fighter that he wanted to. He moved up and down in weight. Weight fluctuated, and you know, the amount of time he fought, he was just a guy who just fought, you know, way past his prime. Um, just way past his time. He just continued to fight because maybe it was money, and also maybe because that's all he knew how to do. But if you listen to him, he's a little punch drunk now, but he knows the sport. You know, he knows the business side of things. He's very sharp with the and he was good at this also with the in-ring psychology of boxing. I think he possessed it down to a T in the sport. And you know, he's just like, and he's just the '90s version of some of the throwback fighters that we had. That's just my opinion. I think he's just a throwback of those guys. Even though he has 19 losses, he's just a throwback of those guys. If it wasn't, I believe, if it wasn't for a 3 knockdown rule, maybe the Nigel Benn fight, could have been, you know, a real epic showdown. If it would have lasted a couple more rounds. If he was able to, you know, push, you know, Nigel Benn to later rounds, see if he could still attack from there. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, we don't get to see these things. But me personally, I just think that Iran Barkley deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. That's just my opinion. Just based on and you know, and the contributions that he's made to boxing have been very minimal, but he's provided some good fights. He's provided, you know, he put himself on the line against younger fighters who were coming up, and you know, fought from bell to bell. And if that's not worth looking at, then I don't know what they're looking for. You know, it's better than Joe Cortez. Sorry, Cortez. But anyway, guys, that was The Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.